Here we do all part of Egyptian wines. There are only 3 producers in Egypt. We are one of them. We are the second big after Heineken International. The building of the winery is here at my right side, and all what we have left is warehouses and utilities. From this side we do have
Ich sehe nur nichts mit meiner Brille. Wäre Rauschen, ist mit einem Englisch. So.
And here we do have an experimental small vineyard, which make a decoration for our winery.
Okay.
Because here, you know, the climate is not really suitable for vine grown. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go. The grapes for the season. So if you have arrived yesterday, you'd have seen some grapes entering. Here we have a capacity to receive up to 80 tons a day. So grapes are transported from our vineyards, which are located north of Cairo, 50 kilometers north of Cairo, in the desert. For sure they are irrigated, but they are all organic. And for us, you know, it's like a challenge to make good wine in desertic conditions. You know, I'm sorry for my telephone. Can I?
Yeah.
Please, just to open the door. افتحوا لنا البوابة بين الخزانات بين الدور. Thank you. Press. لو سمحت. Switch it off. Just someone to open the door. So, as I said, for us it's a big challenge to make quality wine in such adverse conditions, because here the heat is extreme, the wind is extreme, the sun is extreme, everything is extreme. So making I mean, I'm talking about agriculture. Making good quality grapes in such conditions is like, you know, very difficult. In order to have a good maturation, we need a cool climate, just like in southern of Europe or like even southern of Germany, but not really in this part of the world. Here it's very hot. Okay. What's good about our production here is like being organic is not as difficult as this. So we have chosen from the first beginning to be organic. Now we've been growing grapes for 15 years, and they are all organic and certified from a recognized European big company. So as I said, the grapes arrive here in refrigerated trucks, because it's not possible here to bring them. They are like 700 kilometers away, so it's not possible to bring them here without any refrigeration. So they are transported from our vineyards in refrigerated trucks. They are the trucks. They stop here. We put here our crusher and our destammers, which you can see here, and the grapes are destammed all the way. They are crushed. They are sent either to the press tanks, either to the tanks inside. White and rosé are pressed all the way. Juice entered inside. Only whether the red, they are transported inside, and they do what we call skin contact inside the fermentation tank, which leads to extract tannins, anthocyanin, and all the components of a good red wine. You can smell the aroma of the fermentation. Fermentation generates carbon dioxide to exit fermentation tanks, and it takes with it the aroma of the wine. So when we enter inside, we can smell this aroma of the fermentation. Fermentation takes place over from 2 to 3 weeks. After the juice is separated from the grapes are pressed outside, and the pressed juice is extracted, and after later on we do what we call the blending. Okay. While fermenting, the tanks are not completely full. They are like half or 60% full. Later on, when the wine has finished fermenting, we just fill our tanks and we cool them down. We prepare the wine for later stabilization and filtration before going to maturation or aging period before final filtration and bottling. Okay? If you have some question, please ask me, because I'm telling a story. Please.
Where are your machines from?
Some are from Italy, some other are from France. The equipment outside is like 100% French. The tanks here are half from Italy, half from France. All of them are like this. Either what the other machine we're gonna see and the other equipment are all from either France or Italy. Some more questions? Mrs. Baltic Sea? No.
Not yet.
Bon, هاتولنا واحنا نعمل كاسات ندوقهم شوية واحد لو سمحتوا. So let's walk and talk. So all these tanks are filled with new wine. Here you can see a red one, you can see it there. Here it's a white one. What you're going to taste right now is a rosé wine. This is the one I chose for you to taste. And after we'll taste some finished products, wines from last year. But it's nice. You're here. We are fermenting. For you, it's a good experience to taste the wines of the year. So either if you want to taste red and white, we do have a lot. We do have a lot for tasting. When we talk about like wine from 2013, and we say it's better compared to 2012 or 2011, so it's a vintage. A vintage consists of it takes its characteristic from the climatic conditions of the year. So if the year is extremely hot, the taste is different. If it is like a temperate climate, not really very high, and the conditions are different, the vintage is different. The most important thing for the vintage, for the quality of the vintage, is the precipitation, the rainfall. So in Europe, when we don't have rainfall in summertime, just before harvesting, let's say 40 or 30 days before harvest, we do have normally a good vintage. Here, we don't really have this factor because we do not have rainfall quite at all. In summertime, over 9 months, we have zero risk of having rainfall. So for us, the vintage thingy is not so important. So years are quite equal from a quality, angle. What makes our wine different each year is the age of our vine, because our plantation, our vineyards are still young, so they get better with time. So with year, our vineyard is giving better quality grapes each year, and each year we're improving ourselves, because in the country there is no history for winemaking. So we are improving, the vineyard is improving, and the quality of the wine is improving. But the vintage until now is not really something really important in Egypt.
Yeah.
Voilà. لو سمحت. Start with ladies.
Thank you. Thank you.
Who would like to taste? Please. Let's make this experimentation to taste directly from a tank. A new wine of the year, directly from a tank. as you can see, the wine is not clear. It's a hazy wine because it's still fermenting. You know, this is the end of the fermentation. Wine is not yet stabilized. It's not filtered for sure.
Yes, of course. Blonde girl.
She was supposed to come with you. She told me to come.
Yeah, well, maybe because she's not speaking German.
She's not speaking. Even in English.
Yeah, her English is not really, really good. That's true. What are we It's interesting, me really. Detlef ist überall.
So, we're going to... But this, our expensive wines are made in France. Alibaba, we'll go inside. Please come in. Here it's a bit cold place. It's a colder place. It's 16 degrees.
Let's sleep here.
This is where I make my private dinner. Making a special wine, a special dark, a special dry wine, and prepare it in tanks and stabilizing it, and after filling it inside a bottle with some juice, means wine before it ferments is a juice, so we keep some juice not fermenting, cold refrigerated and stored. After we inject a known quantity from the juice inside, it means some grams of sugar inside the bottle that we know, with some yeast which will eat this sugar and transform it to carbon dioxide. This fermentation inside a bottle, a closed bottle, will generate carbon dioxide and will make pressure inside the bottle. So the bubbles you see in a traditional method, it's not a gasification. We're not Coca-Cola, with all my respect. Coca-Cola, you just add CO2, or carbonated drinks are carbonic dioxide added. Here it's generated from the fermentation inside the bottle. So we keep the bottle in this position, we call horizontal position, because inside we do have yeast, Hefe, isn't it in German? Hefe?
Yeah.
Hefe. So this Hefe make what we call autolyse, so they are like destroyed with aging once they finish their work. Anyhow, I didn't tell you yet that the fermentation inside the bottle takes place over like 8-10 weeks. After the yeast is sedimented here in the body of the bottle, and it starts giving to the wine its mild character. So the more we leave the bottle in this position in contact with the yeast, the more we have better taste, creamy taste, biscuity taste. The minimum time we keep the bottle like this is 12 months after fermentation, after second fermentation. And the maximum, it can be 100 years. So from the moment we leave it like this more than 3 years, we make what we call vintage champagne. So now in the market, we're having our 2010 and 2011 vintage champagne, and all the champagne that you have drunk, you have tried, you told me, is our generic champagne. Means like it stayed in this position between 12 months and 36 months. Okay? So, I need help. Who can help to keep this bottle in this position? No, but okay, I'll make it alone. I'll make it alone.
You can hold it.
No, please. So if you look inside here, you see some white cottony thing. Those are the yeast. Okay?
Yeah, I see.
So in each of our bottles, I'll shake it a little bit just for you to see it. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay? So those are the yeast responsible of the evolution of the taste of the wine. Okay? So now I need a break for like 1 second. I'll be back to you. Just because this, So we put in what we call a rotopal. This is a rotopal. So long time ago they were making it in what we call pupitre and turning, each bottle. Now we're making it in what we call gyro palette. It's automatic, computerized. What we have here is something in the middle. It consists of turning these rotopals 8 times a day, 1/8 from a complete turn. So all the sediments that were here on the body of the bottle, they finish by collecting on the neck of the bottle. This operation takes between 10 and 14 days, up to 2 weeks. Once it's done, we take this rotopal outside just to take this out and to make our finished champagne, and we fill it with other bottles from our stock. I'll show you what we do outside before having a final champagne, and we'll taste 1 bottle of champagne, I promise. Please. The here, they have their head down. They are put on the fridge under minus 30 degrees centigrade. So it's very cold. Come from this side if you want. Come from this side, I will explain from this side. Okay? So the bottles are put in this fridge upside down, and the neck of the and there is glycol water inside, so it can arrive to minus 30 degrees and without freezing, without getting ice, turning into ice. So each bottle stayed here for 6-8 minutes. It turned away, so we take bottles and we put other bottles and we turn this quick. Once the sediments got into like ice cube inside the bottle, we bring the bottle here, we open it, and you shoot it. And pull it.
Exactly how old the winery is?
The winery is only 11.
Oh.
The grapes, the vineyard is 15. Thank you, Andy. What we have first? Let's have this one first.
Chardonnay white.
So what we're gonna taste is the Jardin d'Union white, which is our premium white. This is the most expensive white wine in the Egyptian market. It's made from grapes called Vermentino, which has an Italian origin, blended with Viognier, which is a French variety of grapes. But the proportion of Viognier is smaller than the proportion of Vermentino. So it's mainly Vermentino.
Price for 1 bottle?
It's like 10 euros. Help. Ladies.
Depends when we get into you on German. Okay. For the promotion for you. Yeah.
No, please tell them that the cars are here.
My children best friend. More Carmen?
So even if you touch, I'll give you a leaf. Don't walk here. It's like it's not the same like in a country where the climate is
It's very
good
dry.
for the. It's very dry.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any water inside.